Yikes. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Learn, Plan, Profit. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your morning. Let's check this out. What's up? How's everyone doing this morning? Everyone doing good? Alrighty. What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Michael? What's going on? What is that? Isaac? What's up? What's going on, Gabe? Well, hope you guys are all having a great start to the morning. So, it's been pretty eventful for the past couple of just hours, I guess, when it comes down to the how natural gas has been performing. I've been trying to keep you guys up to date. So for those that aren't aware of kind of like how we do things, here, give me one quick second. Let me pause this. Hold up. Here we go. But under the little trade ideas for Learn, Plan, Profit, the really cool thing about that is, well, not really cool thing, I guess, but I was just kind of providing you guys updates. I was really struggling to sleep last night, and I've been watching it since like 1, 2 in the morning. I went to sleep, and then I was able to, get back up around 4 o'clock, and I saw that natural gas was pushing up, so I pretty much just began trading, and then NQ also started to trend up. So I talked about kind of like the direction of what was going up and what was going down, and yeah, natural gas is definitely all over the place, but the thing that it's been reacting really nicely to is around this general area, around this middle VWAP area, is really where I've been able to like do extremely well. It sold off very aggressively, hit lows of this like 298 area, and then was able to push up. We could see and identify a pretty strong resistance right around like 304. I think that's very safe to say. That correlates on over to, if I'm not mistaken, for you guys, to highs of about $42. So now that we understand that during pre-market hours, this thing has a resistance around $42 and kind of a support. If you could see around this general area around $40, it has a pretty strong support, and it hasn't really fallen below it, and doesn't hold really below it around at least how it's been trading. The pattern that I really liked during pre-market hours was that it was staying true to this kind of like SMA line. It was recently that it began to sell off and then push right back up and stuff like that. So just a little heads up on maybe something to look out for. But again, I have all my series of alerts kind of just ready to kind of go off. The market just opened, so the overall direction can completely change, and that's why we're watching it a little bit closer. But yeah, you guys aren't too active today. Can you guys hear me okay? Can everything's good? Let's see. Am I talking too fast? Am I not getting all the messages? All right. Sweet. Let's check this out. Just want to make sure that we have, we have at least 700 people watching. I think it's just because it's Friday. You guys might be drained. Oh, there we go. There's the team. Okay. I was wondering if I was trading by myself or, with my team, but whatever. Lack of sleep, paranoia. Yep, I guess. No, it's all good. I could sleep a little bit later. I'll definitely have to catch up on some rest. But yeah, I hope that your guys' Friday has been off to kind of like a good start. I kind of like waking up at 4 because absolutely no one's like awake. The team stayed up pretty late last night. I think they were up to like 2 to 3 in the morning. So it wasn't like, by the time that I woke up, everyone was already kind of like asleep at that time. So it allows me, like, I literally sit in my living room with my laptop, and I'm just like in the dark with my little hoodie, like trading on my laptop. I think it's pretty cool. Not a lot of like noise, just kind of peaceful. So just got off of work. LOL, what's going on, George? Super happy to hear that. So yeah, as right now, I'm kind of just waiting for you guys to kind of identify its direction. Let's see if this is still staying true to what we were seeing. So again, right now, we're kind of just in consolidation of like high points and low points as of right now for both SQs and TQs all together / NQ. Okay, so it was showing signs of an uptrend pattern. It showed signs of a peak formation, and now it's trending below this EMA line. So we'll have to see. If this thing begins to sell off and make lower lows, then guess what? It might be in favor of TQs for the day, right? But if this thing continues to push up and just correct itself and continues to uptrend, then guess what? Then it's most likely going to be in favor of SQs today. So super happy to see that. Again, let's just, wow. All right, natural gas. Natural gas is selling off again. We're approaching that support right around 2.98. All right, so JNEG as of right now is aggressively selling off. So that makes sense due to the overall pattern on /GC, right? So /GC gold futures, right? You guys can see that right here, is consistently selling off as of right now. We'll go ahead and set that alert for the potential reversal. But until then, it's not JNEG, the one that I want in my watch list. It's going to be JDST, which is the inverse ETF. So again, that's right on over here. And this is the one that's making higher highs and higher lows as of today. What else are you guys watching? UWT and DWT. All right, so it looks like as of right now, DWT is the one that is selling off. So see. I would watch this one very closely because if I'm not mistaken on the 180-day analysis, this one is selling off, but it's approaching this overall SMA line. It's still getting rejected by this EMA line, and I get that, so it might not be a trade that we take on today. So if UWT is uptrending today and it continues to uptrend, great, all power to you. Just keep a close eye on why this one can expect a bounce due to its overall direction and pattern, right? It doesn't mean that you it has to do it. It just means that most likely, based off of previous patterns, it is bound to either consolidate for some time and then reverse back up. So something to maybe just keep a little eye out for. So are you in UGAS? I am in UGAS, yeah. So I took another position on UGAS. That's all I've been trading this morning. I've pretty much just been selling the bottoms, buying the bottoms, yeah, selling the bottoms and buying the peaks. No, buying the bottoms and selling the peaks. I did a little bit of scalping when it was bouncing off of the middle VWAP. I've been going a little bit heavier with my position size, as you guys can tell. I'm utilizing pretty much my entire $30,000 average position size. So it's been working out well for me as of right now. I am down a little bit, so I should be down like $400. That's how much. Yeah, so I'm down about actually 500 then, because I was up 3,200. I don't know why this thing always does this. Come on. Here we go. So yeah, I'm down about $370. I was up about 3,700, but I had to cut losses on UGAS when it broke below the middle VWAP. So I did a good job buying the bottoms here, selling the peaks off the middle VWAP. I bought the bottom again, sold the peak. So again, very simple scalping during the pre-market hours. And then I bought again, and guess what? Sold off, right? So that was quite a bit of a hit, but it's all good. So just trying to keep it simple. I feel like I did a pretty good job on this one. Trying to get in at an average price around like that 41 area. But yeah, just as of right now, still holding below the middle VWAP as of right now. So I might just cut losses and then get back in later. That might be an approach, just because, again, even if I just buy the dip down here and ride this back up, I could make up this like $300 pretty quickly. So I just want to give it a little bit more time since the market just opened. And yeah, kind of go from there. So you guys should all be aware, I've talked about it before, of like a common question that I've been getting also is like, what time does like pre-market open? It's different depending on what brokerage it is that you have access to. I believe Robinhood only allows you to trade during pre-market hours, like 30 minutes before the market opens. Through TD Ameritrade in the account that I have set up, it's 2.5 hours before the market opens. So it's 5 o'clock my time that I can start taking positions. So I'm usually up by around 4:30. I set my first alarm around 4:30, and I just follow up with it and try to identify, like, I just check out if I can see a pattern, if I can see a direction. If I don't, I'll go back to sleep. But if I do and I see an opportunity, then guess what? We're not sleeping, boy. I was gonna say we're not sleeping, boys, but I know there's boys and girls, right? All right, that's better. might be reversing. Yeah, so as of right now, it is showing signs of it making lower lows and lower highs and stuff like that. So I would love to see you trade pre-market. Yes. So what we're going to do is on Wednesdays, for those that are okay with it, right? We talked about it last week that I'm going to be trading during pre-market hours, and that's pretty much going to be my live stream. So I'll trade during pre-market hours, maybe like 30 minutes beforehand and 30 minutes after, or I can just trade fully all during pre-market hours and then just do that. So again, a lot of you guys will not have access to doing it, but if you guys just want to see me do it, then great. I don't think people that paper trade have access to pre-market hours, and a lot of you might not even be up that early, so that might be an inconvenience. So yeah, pre-market whiskey boys. Okay, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so what if you don't see value in anything during pre-market hours on Wednesday? 100%. I mean, I'm not going to take a position, and that's the thing. Maybe when I see an opportunity, I'll just like message you guys and alert you guys on that and go off of that. So okay, sweet. That means you guys have to be on your toes. Well, the people on the East Coast, like that's, like you guys are lucky. Like over there, it's like, what, 9 o'clock right now? I don't know when the last, like if I had to wake up at like 9 o'clock to trade, yeah, because it should be like 9:41, right? So you guys could wake up at like 9. I don't know the last time throughout the week that it's been over a year that I've woken up. No, because I've slept in a couple times. That's wrong. So, but consistently, imagine that the beauty of being able to get sleep and trade. Hooey. It's 7:30 in Canada. Okay, and I feel really bad for all those people in Hawaii because they're like 3 hours behind me. So that means that it's like 4 o'clock over there. Ooh, I like that. So Webull opens at 4 a.m. my time and 3 a.m. your time. Dang, I might have to open up an account. That's super solid. I didn't think 3 a.m.? Wow. Holy smokes. How do I get in that 2 a.m. slot? I'm gonna have to message to the Ameritrade. If I could have done this, I could have been up or down, right? We don't know. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a little struggle. Here we go, getting rejected. Oh, just moved to Eastern Standard Time. Okay, no, I just bought a house out here. I wish it was that easy. I've always wanted to live in New York though. I talked about it to the guys over here that I was like, I think I'm gonna spend like a month by myself just in New York and just like be by myself, like seclude myself and like rent out like an Airbnb, like loft for a month. But we have too much work to do over here, and like, yeah, I kind of need my team. So well, that's the whole thing. It's like a lot of you guys saying it's like there's a lot of people in New York, there's a different environment, like whether it's trash, it's just so different to what it's like over here in either California and Arizona that I've experienced, that like I would like to test it out, for a month or something like that. So maybe down the road when I can take like a month to just focus on myself and stuff like that, maybe when I need it. But as of right now, I'm really, really happy with, what it is that we're doing over here. To put it into perspective, and I was going to make a video about this, but I just don't know if it would like resonate well with an audience. It might be viewed as like too like cocky or something like that, but like one thing that I experienced, and I've noticed this especially for my past couple of birthdays, is like this birthday that I had just 2 days ago. Everyone was like, "Oh, what are you going to do? Like let's party, or blah 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 blah. Like, what? Let's do something exciting." And it's like we had so much fun on my birthday, right? But like we have so much fun every single day. Like we can pretty much party every day. Like if we finish our work before like 5 o'clock, we can just hang out and party like ourselves and invite friends over. And we went go-karting. That was the only thing that was somewhat different. But then again, we all jumped in our like sports cars and then like raced back home. It's like, and that's the thing that I wanted to talk about. It's like, I think a lot of people can like relate to that, because although I really like going fast and the cars and stuff like that, some people like for their birthdays just really maybe then want to spend time like with their families or with their loved ones, or maybe go on a little vacation, right? And I think that's such a cool thing, that's something that I get to experience like every single day, right? And like for my birthday, like there was not one thing, like I went to sleep at like 10 or 11 p.m. in the morning, which is like really early for me. Like I normally go to sleep at like 12 or midnight, or 12 or 1 or 2, right? And I was just like, everyone's like, "Oh, let's do something crazy." I'm just like, no, like we do fun things like every single day. It's just like it's my birthday, and that's why we went to dinner and stuff like that. But other than that, it's like instead of eating like Raising Cane's for dinner, I don't even think we went to like a fancy place at all. I think we went to a sushi place, and yeah, so it was super cool. But yeah, Bruno, I agree. So what matters is the group of people that you hang out with. I think like that's what I've been noticing a lot more. It's like we just have so much fun here with the group of people that we like, hang out with, that it's truly like probably like one of the like best parts. If I were to say like the highlights of like my like life or day in life, it would be just being able like to hang out with these kind of people, right? Because we work so well together. That's why you should do vlogs. No, I think it's interesting to me and stuff like that, but I don't think everyone is as easily impressed or intrigued like myself. So holding through the natural gas report. No, I will not be holding through the natural gas report, especially not with recent patterns. Let's check this out. Thank you again for the little reminder. Yikes. Okay, so just sold off a little bit. So it got rejected by that SMA line, just like we talked about on natural gas. Yeah, so I should probably just do this one. Last week, I don't know if it was on Wednesday though, right? Because last week was Christmas. Yeah, that's gonna mess it up. Okay. Yeah, so the natural gas report should be at around 8:30 a.m. my time. So in about, what is that, 42 minutes? So 1 hour after the market opens. Ah, I see. Did you just try to get filled right now on natural gas? I see. Yeah, that definitely sucks sometimes. And again, that's probably because you try to buy in like with a limit order, and that's why sometimes again when talking about like deciding when to enter and when to exit, even if it's like with a smaller position, but you enter with like a market price because you just know that it's around a general area that's a good deal and you just want to get filled and the entry point isn't so important, then I would usually just normally use a market price or market order if it's needed. Do you know of any good trading platforms in Europe? I can't find anything as good as TD Ameritrade. I think Interactive Brokers is a pretty popular platform in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. What's going on, Amy? Hope you're having a good morning. How's this trading right now? Yikes. SQ sold off. TQ's pushing up. Sweet. Let's wait for a good little like pullback entry. Yeah, I do see that. Lower lows, right? Lower lows here, and then lower highs as well. It's pretty much getting rejected, and it's following through with this SMA line and EMA line. So one thing that I am noticing is that the RSI did push up a little bit higher on this one than it did on the last one, but that has to do maybe with, the market opening. So it progressively pushed up and it, had a little bit more demand. So we'll see right now on kind of like how it goes and kind of follow through with that. Oh, that's so cool. So Caleb and Weston are are doing a good job in flipping wheels course. Tell them Jimmy Bones said hi. I'll for sure tell them. So Caleb and or Weston now lives here, and they have an absolute blast filming videos with one another. So I think that has a lot to do with it. So I'll be sure to let them know. Thank you again, James, or Jimmy Bones. So Kobe Wright, I have a habit of selling too early. What is your advice and confidence? I often see potential for more, but I have to convince myself. I have to convince myself I am just being greedy. There's nothing wrong with being okay with locking in profits early. Like that's not something that like maybe an area of opportunity that I would work on a little bit more is maybe your entry point, Colby, just to make sure that the margin of profit is there. I don't know if your entry points are like perfect already, but your exit points, maybe you can test out like selling off parts of your position, right? So if you don't pay a lot in commission and you're okay with selling off maybe like 50% and leaving the remaining 50% for the upside potential that it has and stuff like that. So again, but that's something that I would slowly refine. It's not something that I would aggressively just be like, okay, and it's I think a per case basis. So if you honestly see a resistance, then and you see indications on like why you should sell, don't be afraid to lock in profits, right? But if you see a lot more upside potential and you want to kind of let it run, then lock in a portion, take back what you've made, and see what the profits can do for you. So when are you gonna make more flipping wheels videos? So do you mean on for YouTube or the course? So why don't you trade options? I just don't. I like that you make profits when you buy. Yep, you build that margin, right? So if I just bought into you guys and I sell half of my shares and then sell. Okay, that's a good question. So I wouldn't think that would be counted as 2 day trades. Yeah, that should not count because you didn't buy twice and sell twice. You bought once and then sold twice. So that should still only count as 1 day trade. You're just selling it in parts. But feel free to contact your brokerage just to confirm and ask them. Okay, I found a lot of success taking 80% of the profits and letting 20% run. Super happy to hear that. How to deal with commissions when you have a small account. Try to negotiate your commissions or try to partner up with a brokerage that can offer reduced commissions based off of, what it is that you're trading with. Robbie Spence, so why are DGAS and UGAS steadily following a trend when they were wild before? I think it has to do with, again, there's a lot of volatility before, but it had to do with like a lot of demand, and it was during its like prime season of natural gas. And I think that has a lot to do with it. So now a lot of that, not hype necessarily, but a lot of that demand is no longer there. And it's kind of just consolidating and coming back to its true, price point. So it's correcting itself. So I think that's why we're seeing more patterns and less volatility. Something that we've talked about, something that I talked about in the very beginning. I don't know if you guys remember, but everyone was asking me, Ricky, why don't you just trade with more? And because you're doing so well, right, with natural gas. And I just kept saying, because it's not going to last forever. So, okay, I like that, Frank. I'll write that down. Appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, I do see this. Like, Ricky, don't you think that UGAS is downtrending? The only thing that I kind of like that it's doing right now is that although it is still selling off, and I guess this will kind of have to decide right now, but I want to see if this EMA line is kind of like doing what it did here. So when it sold off and it consolidated here and then it reversed back up. So to build kind of like this cup formation and then that it recovers. But I don't think I'm going to have enough time leading up to the natural gas report at 8:30 because I don't want to hold during the natural gas report. So. What seems to be the next ETF that you focus on? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm going to have to dedicate a little bit more time to identify that. It might be /NQ and the overall market ETFs. So I think it's SPY and then TVIX and then SQs and TQs, right? The volatility is like very active right now, especially with all that news of like Apple and Facebook and Tesla, not Tesla, Amazon. So the volatility might be there. And if the volatility is there, then I think that there's a lot of money to be made. Even when people are losing money or the market's selling off, it's like if we have access to these ETFs, we don't have to be shorting to make money. There's different ways on how to do it. So, and again, just exploring options that work well for you, as I would be doing the same for me, right? Done. I like that, Sam. Super happy that that you've been doing well. Am I being ignored? What's going on, Landon? I have not seen any of your messages. Am I calling it out wrong? Oh, shoot. Let's see. HSGX. No, I just was not seeing your call out. So, very low cap stock. So this probably wouldn't be something that I would trade, right? And a very aggressive descending pattern. It is trending up as of right now. It's above the EMA line, but you know, its overall direction is still trending down. So there's a huge risk investing in patterns that are trending down like this. So although it is pushing up, how much more does it have to push? Look how overextended it is with the RSI and look how overextended it is with the MACD. It makes sense on why it still can continue to downtrend from there. That thing scared the poop out of me. But yeah, so I would just be on high alert about this. I don't like that it's such a low cap stock. I don't like the downtrend pattern, and I don't like that it's not a good deal as well. So yeah. But yeah, I was definitely not ignoring you. Check this out, team. What do you guys see here? What do you all see here? So holy, that's so cool, Colby. Super happy to hear that. So Diaz is above the EMA line, yes. But what do you see based off of previous patterns, right? Getting rejected like before. Yep, right? So do you guys see how it was pushing up when it breaks above? It's this SMA line that I'm really focusing on, right? This SMA line is trending down for, what's it called? For Diaz. So now we see that every time that it breaks above this SMA line, it doesn't last for a very long period of time. We talked about it a couple days ago, and it's not anything that's like, it's just bound to most likely happen. It's not anything that's like, oh, like he's predicting the future, he's calling something out. It's just like, okay, there's a pattern there. Guess what? Maybe we should just keep an eye on it. That's all, right? And even if you end up not trading it, I think it would be really interesting to simply follow up with it and see how it ends up performing, right? We could see that it has been consistently selling off. It does have really nice pushes from time to time, but they don't last for a very long period of time, and progressively it ends up getting rejected and trends below, again, the SMA line. So I think that's something very interesting to kind of like keep an eye out for. So here we go. Reaching pre-market highs. That's pretty cool. Wore this straight out of Wall Street shirt at the mall, and people paid attention. A couple acceptable nods. Sweet. Super happy to hear that. Yeah, I've heard a couple times that with people wearing like the profit tees or the tech bud tees especially, and then the straight out of Wall Street tees, that they recognize like the tech buds thing and stuff like that. So that's really cool. You're trying to sell, so it says not available for borrowing, meaning that I don't know if you have 200 shares then that you can't sell. Double check that, because if it says it's there's not enough for borrowing, that means that like short sell it. So okay, not taking any position until after the natural gas report. I like that. I like the discipline there. Oh, correct. Yeah, you could also have another trade open. So you might have another order that's already pending for, sell, but it just hasn't gotten filled yet. So I would keep an eye out for that. Thank you. How many minutes till the report? If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be 26 more minutes. Yeah, if so, cancel it. Yep. I think we're going to get rejected on this EMA line. Holy moly. This thing is weak. Wow. You guys is weak right now. Let's see. Are you swinging you guys long term? No, not swing trading it yet. I know I talked about it, but like I would definitely like to keep an eye out on it and maybe start to take a position when it's a little bit more clear, right? So if we were to see kind of like even just the pattern on DGAS, like once we start to actively make lower lows and stuff like that, I would like to follow up with it, and maybe like when we start to break below like 110, stuff like that, slowly start taking like small positions, nothing huge, and progressively maybe swing trade it. But I don't know. We'll have to follow up with it. But yeah, everything is kind of showing signs of a potential sell-off in the direction not in favor of DGAS. But hey, guess what? DGAS is doing well right now. So hey, what's going on, Gabriella? So thank you for what you do. Where can I read the natural gas report? I believe there's a link that we shared within the Learn Plan Profit group, and I'm sure some member can share it with you in the main chat for Learn Plan Profit, where you can read. Oh, I think it's right here. Oh. Yeah, here we go. So just go to the main chat for Learn Plan Profit. Do you think that you guys is a buy? No, not necessarily. It's still selling off right now. So just because I'm in it doesn't mean that it's a buy. This is the one that's showing signs of an uptrend as of right now. So let's wait for that confirmation, right, team? If you guys don't mind, just because I know that we're gonna stay up right until the natural gas report, I'm gonna blow my nose real quick, and I'm going to grab a Pop-Tart, if that's okay. So I'm gonna go grab that, just so, we're kind of just like waiting for the natural gas report, and I'll be answering some open-ended questions and kind of go from there, if that's cool. So all right, give me one quick second too. Johnny, don't call them minions. They're my teammates. Ooh. I'm widely offended that you went to go get a Pop-Tart. What? I'm hungry. I've been up since 4. Alright. Better be a strawberry Pop-Tart. Duh. Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle? It's a cold Pop-Tart, you animal. What the heck? You're supposed to warm these things up? I know that, I'm Mexican. You're not just sad, you're down on your position right now. Dang, that was a little mean. That kinda hurt. Those are one-legged. Yeah, I got that one from Caleb from Flipping Wheels. He's a true jokester. Oh my god, Hamza, you kill me. What's your guys' favorite meal for breakfast? What's going on, Trevor? Super happy to have you back. So steak, eat, sleep, trade. Oh my god, I can't see all of it. I saw some pancakes, huevos, which means eggs. Gazzers, I like it. Sausage and eggs. Chicken fried steak, ooh. Stocks. I don't eat breakfast. Anything I don't find food in the morning. Guac, burritos, apple and banana. Quavos? Steak and eggs, green tea, frijoles con bleach. What? I think you mean cheese, no? Fruit smoothies. Ooh, I like that one. Oh, I'm gonna make myself one after this live stream. I like it. Bacon with a side of bacon. Ooh, Peyton, my guy. Guac, yes. Joshua. Junie, Fruity Pebbles. I just bought some yesterday. Yeah, I just felt like it would be weird if I'm eating cereal. So, a Monster Energy. Okay, I like that. So, James Bond. Blueberry smoothies. Nice. Blueberry pancakes, omelet, sausage. Oh my god, this is a water and whiskey. Wow. I'm gonna eat some breakfast. So, nice little fact. Oh, tamales. I like that. So, nice little fact for you guys. I used to eat like 2 to 3 eggs every single morning. So, you guys know like how I'm a creature of habit, right? I can't eat eggs anymore and I can't eat waffles anymore because I would normally, from like my freshman year of high school to my senior year of high school, I progressed from having 2 waffles every morning all the way up to 4 waffles every morning. And I would have like on and off days, right? So when I wouldn't have the 2 and 4, I would have 2 to 4 eggs every morning. But I did that for 4 years. And I did that, I think, even in middle school. But I remember like in middle school, I would have like 2 waffles, and maybe by freshman year, 2 waffles. And then it progressed to 4 waffles. And I just remember like now I get so grossed out about them. So just because I ate them too many times. Yep. So did you guys see this bounce right now on DGAS? Chicken and waffles. I like that. Let him plan profit. Morning live chat. Morning live waffle chat. Yep. That's how I am with Jimmy John's. Yeah. TQ's falling. Let's see. Yep. Pulling back. So this one, as of right now, it's still actively trading up. So maybe when we get closer to the middle view up, we might see a bounce. Let's wait for it. Do a cooking with Ricky everyone would watch? Heck no. Unless you guys want to learn how to cook Mexican top ramen. I know how to do that, right? Oh, nothing gets past you guys. That's great. I'm not gonna go live anymore. I'm just not gonna go live with you guys anymore. You guys are too. Oh my goodness, I'm done. You guys crack me up. Let me know, for all those that are Hispanic or that are at least in any form like Hispanic or Latino or Latinos, right? What is like a Mexican top ramen? What? There's like 3 ingredients. What does it include? No, 2 main ingredients. What does it include? Okay, I see one of them, but I need both. Chili and lime. Oh my god, it is like a super popular thing. I didn't know it was that popular. That is hilarious. I even see some like non-Hispanic names commenting. You guys must, okay. You guys might have some Hispanic friends. But yeah, it's hilarious. It's like super bad for you, I'm sure. Nothing but like sodium and salt, but we're Hispanic, right? So we don't really care. Let's see. You bag holding you guys right now? No, it's not like progressively selling off. It's still just consolidating. Bag holding meaning like that's like when it continues to sell off, that I end up not cutting losses. I don't see a continuous sell off. This is like the EMA line as right now is pointing up. Have you guys ever? Oh, Tahin. That's like my favorite. I literally, like, I kid you not, guys. I bought the 10 little travel size Tahins. Trust me. Like, if you ever see me in public, I have. If I'm eating anywhere, I always have my little Tahin on me. I have one in each one of my cars. It's kind of embarrassing for the people that like go with me. I swear, and I take it on dates. Like, I go on dates from time to time, and I have no shame in the game. I am 100% here to make sure that my food tastes good and is up to par. So, yeah, always strapped, right, with the Tahin. I thought I was the only Mexican in LPP. No, mi amigo. I'm right here with you. Ricky, there are rumors about you eating pizza with a knife and a fork that are part of you being successful. No. What? All right. All right. This is gonna be the last thing that's non-trading related. But what weird thing? Because that's super weird. You guys probably think that like I'm like super weird that like I do eat with like a knife and a fork for a pizza. No, I eat it like a normal person. But what do you think is like what based off of what you know of me? What's like the weirdest thing that like you'd be like, wow, Rick, don't do that. Like weirdest habit or just kind of like mannerism that I have. TQs just fell below, so it's approaching that middle view up. The absurd lack of sleep. Okay. You eat M&Ms with a spoon. No. Cold Pop-Tarts. You hate sleeping? I love sleeping. Can you even grow facial hair? That's not something that I can control. All right, sleep. Having 720p video quality. Okay. Oh, here we go. Nice little push. Bad jokes. Wow. Offensive. I thought I had good jokes, but okay. Your hands like mad big. Oh my goodness. You guys freaking crack me up. Just a friendly reminder. I want an unfriendly reminder every now and then. Okay. Your hair is whack. Oh my goodness. Terrible eating habits. Oh my goodness. Roast session. Holy smokes. My hair is whack. I don't know how to eat. My hands are, when I started getting the first video where I got like a bunch of like hand comments was like that video that I made about like dating and stuff like that. I think it was that one. Or the 3 sacrifices. You're bold too? All right. Your hair is great. Receding hairline. Oh, shush. You must be talking about Caleb Webb. I saw his hand in real life. Oh, Pascal, yeah. We met up in Germany. But his hands fit his height. Yeah, I don't think a lot of you guys know that I'm like, I'm very lengthy. There's no question about that. But you guys probably think that I'm like a short little dude or something like that. I'm like 6'4", 6'5". So I know I look really young and stuff like that. So that's one of people's like first impression when they first see me. So get your weight up. Trust me, if it was that easy to get my weight up, I would 100%. I wish I could be 200 pounds plus, right? But guess what? It's not that easy for me. We all have different things that we struggle with, right? 6'4" and 125 pounds. I freaking hate you guys. All right, I'm done. We have 7 minutes until the market opens. No, I'm not 123 pounds. I'm 125 on a good day. Totally kidding. I'm much more than that, but yeah. Struggle with you kill me, Don. Man. All right, maybe this roast session, I'm just gonna like question everything that you guys just said about me for the entire rest of the day. So you're built like a goblin, bro. Oh my goodness, you guys are mean people. All right, I think I'm gonna sell my position. I don't want to hold any longer. Enjoyed this random Q&A. Oh, I'm glad you guys did. I'm glad someone did. This has to be the funniest live stream. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. So, oh man. So yeah, there goes a sell-off. And again, I don't want to ride this thing down, so. What happened with TQs? Holy smokes. Talk about a bounce. 3%. Dang, that's not in favor of this. Again, now this is super oversold, so. You're a good sport. I love watching this. Well, I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed it. I kind of just started staring off to this thing. I apologize. We have 1 minute left. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to get to that point. What the heck? Oh shoot, it did sell. It sold at 40.11. Did you guys see that? How ridiculous that was? That's why I was so shocked. I was like, I sent that order. Did anyone buy it sub 38? Yo, TD Ameritrade is lagging. $38.95. Wow, you guys got in at really good prices. Again, don't be afraid to lock in profits. $744 profit in 1 minute. You guys are killing it. 130. Super happy to hear that. Yeah, do these natural gas reports normally cover after the dip? Normally, based off previous patterns, yes. Doesn't mean that they always have to, though. Literally saw my order and it was like, no, we're getting rejected. MACD in favor of you guys. There he goes. Gets rejected again. Still below the EMA line, so something that we have to take into consideration. One dip, two dips, 3, 4, 5, 6. But all rejected by the EMA line. So 1 and then sell. 1, sell. 1, sell. 1, sell. Let's check this out. That's crazy. There's a huge push. How many of you guys locked in profits on DGAS? Any of you? Okay, good. It's really consolidating a lot, so we might see a really strong pop at the break. So just watch out for that. It could go both ways, but most likely just due to the natural gas report. it's more bound to recover, right? But yeah, it can sell off as well. Here we go. RSI pointing up. Watch out for the break. See if we can push above the EMA line. No, I took another position on UGAS when it dipped down. So I took another position down here, and then I averaged up as it confirmed that it was consolidating and holding. So what's going on? What's going on, bud? Are you looking at? Are you just like? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, again, like, I get what you mean that it was due for a push and stuff like that, but again, it doesn't matter like what we think. And that's something that we've explained multiple times before. It's like our opinions and our hopes and our desires are irrelevant to like the actual pattern. It's whatever, it's telling us, and there's no confirmation of a reversal or anything like that. So by you hoping and by you taking that position based off of that hope, that's the risk that you take on, right? So can you please show how you would sell I don't understand your question. Appreciate that, Kirk. Thank you. OCO brackets, yeah. Yeah, I think Wednesday. We should probably go live. Maybe like we'll try out like 30 minutes before the market opens, so we can get a half and half live stream, and then if it works really well, then we can do a full live stream that's pre-market the following week. We got nothing but time. Yikes! Here we go. Getting rejected. Can you affect how the news affects the price? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, right? Like the natural gas report comes out, and if it's in favor of natural gas, then U gas will pop up. If it's not in favor of natural gas, then D gas will pop up. I mean, you can tell and see the direct catalyst that it acted upon. So I think that's pretty simple. Alrighty. Josh, you're saying bag holding you guys feels like I'm going through hell every day. I mean, there's a very simple thing that you can do, and you can just like cut losses if you would like to walk away from it. Again, it's a very, it's something you've always had the option of doing. So don't be afraid to pull the trigger, right? To cut losses if that's what you think is best. But again, just outweigh the pros and the cons and kind of go with that. Just keep it simple. Right, all right. Ooh. I'm sorry about that, Brian. I would if TD Ameritrade, if your actual account messed up and it's due and that's why you took a loss, you're more than welcome to call TD Ameritrade and see if they can do anything to compensate you. I don't know if they'll like help you out with the trade, but maybe even just give you some free a couple free trades and stuff like that. That's something that I know that they're well aware of, especially if the error was on their side and didn't allow you to like take action. So super happy to hear that, Colby. All right, sounds good, Brian. My first green day. Congrats. Diaz looks promising. I agree. Just gonna give it a little bit more time, but I think I'm gonna close out the live stream and kind of just keep you guys up to date. We've done this multiple times before, where it's just kind of like a time factor for some form of like slight reversal. If I end up cutting losses for a loss, then I'll let you guys know. I'm not down very much. I'm down $200. So when it was around $40, I was up about $400. So I think I'm doing just fine with my entry point. I feel confident with it, and I'm just gonna let it run. I see the upside potential to be greater than the potential for loss, and I've built myself a decent cushion for the day. So would you hold over the weekend? I would not. No. So I know I talked about swing trading it again. That's not something that I necessarily want to do, especially when it's still continuing to sell off, right? There's no reason to like try to get in before the reversal when there's no indication of a reversal happening just yet. So, yeah, I mean, that's really just it, guys. It's Friday. I hope you guys can lock in some profits. You guys absolutely killed it with the natural gas support. Let's keep it simple. Let's lock in those profits. And like always, to make sure that we end the year on a green note, take it easy, team. Thank you again for your time.